Frozen. Oh, there we go. Let me get this pinned. Ah, actually did better this time. uh, Instagram. The gram. Y'all need to like. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. We're just waiting on Val. Oh, there we go. Oh, we're in. Okay. Excellent. Val, sorry about that. Sorry we had to cut you off. Okay, so you said that you believe the most underrated type of date is
Yes, underrated most type of date I think is sightseeing.
like,
Sightseeing. Um, and I'm piggybacking off of what Miss Slim said because um, going on a date, especially if it's a first date, you're really trying to get to know the person. Like you can't do that if you're at the movies. It's kind of hard. You guys are watching the movie. If you're with someone that's really into the movie, how are you gonna get to know them? You know what I mean? So sightseeing. You guys are seeing the views and things like that. Sightseeing on a part of sightseeing is taking a walk. You know what I mean? Just seeing what's going on around you, things of that nature. It gives so much opportunity for conversation, which is the main thing that you're trying to have to get to know the individual that you're on a date with. So I think that's definitely underrated, absolutely. And I would encourage anybody here who is dating, go sightseeing, see how much you can learn about somebody. Hopefully, they are willing to be open and actually have a conversation because some people are shy. We got to admit that. But I think it's a game changer if people start to do things like that.
So
Michelle?
I did see some really good ones. I know it's Rufus and Narada Boudoir were saying, like, picnics or canoeing, hiking, things that fall in the line with Val was just saying, sightseeing. The most underrated date to me is the one where you don't have to put any money forth, something where it's intimate, but not too intimate. And all the things that Val and Slim said, I agree with. Even I'm just gonna throw like two small ones in, sort of kind of small ones in there. One, even a simple drive in the car.
Yeah.
Like to me, driving can be relaxing, right? In
Yes.
that case, we can talk. If things get a little silent, hey, here's the Oz chord. Play something. Let's see what your music taste is like. And I can strike up a conversation out of nowhere about music in general. That also lets me know more about that person, the music taste. If there's a story behind it, then we branch off into what that story is, and then that opens up a lot of different doors to talk about different things about that person. So I'm gonna throw, yeah, just a simple drive. You don't even have to have a specific destination. Just like, hey, you want to go on a drive with me? Especially if if you feel comfortable with the person, of course. You're not just jumping in the car with a random stranger, unless it's Uber. But, you know, just like, yo, drive out to the beach real quick. 2 hour drive from here where I live. It's about a 2 hour drive. I'm just drive out there, talk, enjoy the beach. Of course, grab something to eat on the way back, drive back. She can do her thing. If she's sleepy, if she up, we talking.
What do you guys think about like picnics? Are
Love
picnics
it.
underrated or a lost type of like okay, so in with this generation, do you think that there's more of a specific idea of what an actual good date is
Yes.
versus okay,
Yes.
hmm
take that.
it's more about the money nowadays. Like Slim was saying, you want to post it for the gram. You got dressed up. You went here. You went there. You know how $200 they say it all the fucking time on Twitter, and I'm tired of it. But they're always talking about, oh, how much should you pay on a date? Should the man pay? Should the woman pay? This, that, other. Like, yo, plan something simple. Like it, if you can appreciate the simple things, I appreciate you that much more. And I know people still do go out on picnic dates and everything, and that's great. But not as many people because they're so tied into what social media is telling you and showing you, and celebrities are doing this. So, you got to make me feel like I'm a celebrity. Am I not worth this, that, or the other? Nah, and plus, I like to cook. So that is like another thing. I can display like, hey, we're going to the park, we're going here, take you out on a picnic date. But what we eating? Do I need to make something, bring something? Nah, I got it. I'm already making something.
Yeah, man. Like the thing, George Cruz just said it too. The focus on the price on the date, not the experience. And another thing too, you're going on a date, but you're not even going on a date to date your date. You're going on your date to date social media. You want those pictures. You want that gratification of people knowing that you went out, you went on this date, you went to this place, and all this stuff, whatever, tagging the place. It's all superficial, and it's really sad, man. Like for example. And so obviously, well, the people that do not know that are here, I am married. So what me and my wife typically do, we do picnics. She has a little pond that she really likes. It's quiet. There's not a lot of people there. It's by the water. And she makes some food and all that stuff. And we go there. We just look at the water and we talk and we eat. You know what I mean? That's so underrated because it's like, it's funny. We're married, right? And I'm always saying that you never stop learning. You're always learning no matter what, no matter how much you know. I
Absolutely.
learn new things about my wife when we do things like that, you know? So it's like I can only imagine like if millennials, Gen Z especially, if y'all start going on these types of dates, these underrated dates, you know, picnic, sightseeing, taking a walk, going for a drive, and all that stuff, whatever, like there's so much that you would learn. And I would hope that would start to kill the flexing for the gram, flexing for whatever, you know, and actually flexing for an actual real connection with somebody, which can lead into a relationship.
Right. Only
So,
person I'm trying to impress is you. And if you're trying to impress the gram, then I ain't got nothing for you.
So I'm with both of y'all, right? Like I said earlier, like I prefer I could dance in the middle. My problem is I do like to spend money and I do like to do have experiences.
yeah.
So like, you know what I mean? For instance, I remember I took one girl to a day spot, so like a salt spot. Everything was good. I spent a lot of money that day. I didn't mind it and I appreciated it, but I appreciated her specifically because she was not posting for the gram at all. You know what I mean? I saw no remnant to that shit online or nothing like that. So for me, like that's my appreciated, to let me know, all right, at least she ain't doing the bullshit. She ain't trying to stunt or show it off. You know what I'm saying? Or you know what I mean, we done went out a few times since then, and I never really see remnants of it. Or I never see remnants of it out there. So at least I know like it ain't for the gram. But I think that's a real fucking problem. Like you know what I mean? Like the fact that if it's not this or if you don't spend this much, you don't care about me or you bullshit, whatever the perception is, you know what I'm saying? The negative perception, I'll say that. I think it's crazy because we could spend money all day. The more my things like this, the more I get to know you and like you and be able to trust you, then I'll start spending more and more and more and more money on you because it's an investment. Anytime you're dealing with dollars and cents, it's an investment, bro. You know what I'm saying? So why would I come out the gate, you know what I'm saying, showing you the world when you ain't ready for the world? You know what I'm saying? Like,
That's true.
You know,
I
can,
think
can,
that
can I? Oh, go ahead,
and
go
then
ahead.
you don't want nigga using you for some shit, you know what I mean? Because they think you doing this. The minute, all right, yo, I got to take care of this responsibility now. You know what I'm saying? They get an attitude and shit because you can't maintain it. But that's not the reality. But I do like to do nice things. But we may go take that picnic or go take that walk or that drive, too.
And I
I
like to
think
people
a lot
watch.
of people. I think a lot of people in this generation are living by the experiences that they see other people living, which are not real experiences. They're looking at the flashy dashy things that are being shown on social media, and somehow in their mind, they've determined that the value and worth of an experience and spending time with somebody has a dollar value to it. You have people that go on super expensive dates, like you say, and they're so preoccupied with taking pictures and showing off where they are and the outfit that they have and what the man is wearing that they don't even get to the point of knowing whether or not that gentleman has children or not, knowing whether or not that gentleman has mental health issues or not, knowing whether or not that gentleman has like other financial struggles, and him taking you on this date was something extravagant that he had to plan for. You don't know whether or not, like, there's so many things that you miss because you're so preoccupied and caught up with what social media has told you a good date is versus actually going on a good date, like going for a walk with a person, grab a sandwich, sit on a park bench and talk for a couple of hours and actually get to know something about the person. Conversation is such an underrated rated experience between people, that they're using conversations as a means to get ahead versus using it as a means to get to know the person.
Mm-hmm.
And that's
Yes.
just crazy to me.
Mm-hmm. You know it's full of shit, and it's a problem because the first thing a motherfucker will know is, oh, what can you offer? Like, you know what I mean? If you coming off the gate like that, oh, you broke, or whatever the fuck your perception is, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, I may not be a flashy nigga because my money's in the bank, I'm taking care of my responsibility, whatever the fuck it may be. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you come off the gate, see, I pay attention to little details like that because if
Yeah.
you come off the gate, you know, what can you offer? Mama, I just want to get to know you, homie. Who said I'm trying to offer you a goddamn thing? Other
Right.
than conversation and fucking dick. That's the two things I'm offering you off the rip. Anything else in between, we gotta talk about.
Did he say conversation ended?
Yes, you did.
There's a savage coming. There we go. Been
Like,
waiting for him to show up all night. I've
he
been
wants to
waiting on him.
say he's not. What are the two things you're giving Slim?
Conversation and dick. Anything else, we'll give out, you know, in between. Or anything in between those two things, I gotta get to know you.
Val, go ahead, and then we're gonna move on.
You know, okay. So I was gonna ask Slim a question, but now I'm gonna ask you a new question, Slim, if that's all right.
Okay.
So George Cruz just said something very interesting. So he said, "I feel where do you work is an underlying way of trying to read pockets now, right?"
Absolutely.
So when those types of questions, when you're asked that, because you said you're in the dating pool now, you're trying to get back into it.
Mm-hmm.
What do you do? What do you say? What are your thoughts when you're asked that type of question?
I just told you my thoughts. I think immediately that you're a little materialistic. I'm gonna ask you the same thing, but you know, it's funny. I work in the medical field, you know what I'm saying, and I work for like a big school and a big medical school and shit like that. So, and something about people, especially black people, whenever they see a nigga in scrubs, they automatically think I'm a nurse. I'm automatically a nurse to them. So some people, you know, they see me with my gear on, they see me with my scrubs on, they see me with, you know, my logos and shit, and they just assume, oh shit, he must be a doctor, he must be a nurse. And, you know, then they start asking further deeper questions. It's like, yo, sweetheart, I'm educated. I got a good job. I got to stay, you know, I work, I got a pension and everything, like, but slow down. You know what I'm saying? Like, or I don't make that much. You know what I mean? I'm not pulling doctor's weight out here. You feel what I'm saying? Like, so I try to curb them. You know what I mean? If I'm on vacation, I'm gonna make some shit up.
That's what I do. When someone asks me what do I do for a living,
Yeah.
because I start to feel like people will judge you based on what your profession is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I just kind of like keep it like even across the board, and I say to them, "Oh, I'm in office administrator. I'm a secretary." Just to hear what it is, because you can feel the track of the conversation shifts sometimes when they're like, "Oh, like they think that you're low level." You know what I mean? As opposed to like, I'm a business owner. I've been a business owner for 12 years.
Yeah. Especially if you talk a little different.
People are funny that way.
If you talk a little different, if you especially if they in something that may be a little bit higher, I just tell people, yo, man, I got a lot of different things going on, which is true. You know what I'm saying? So take your pick. You know what I mean? What you want to know what my day to day is, you want to know what I got over here, you know what I mean?
Like question. What is one of the worst sex experiences you've ever had?
I'll go first.
that I gave or that I ever had, received.
That you've ever had.
I think that is that's the whole thing. Either or. If you listen to the podcast, I love fucking throats. It's one of my things. I love it. It's just getting the head, feeling the back of the throat, you know, the gagging, hearing all of that, and feeling the wetness and everything. But there was one young lady went a little too far down, and she threw up. Now, same thing. Now, I know when you do certain things during sex that you run the risk of things. So just like if you do anal, you know what comes out of the booty hole. So you run the risk. One of my things is to still keep calm because I don't want to freak her out any more than, you know, what she is. She's already embarrassed, first of all. So I'm just gonna sprinkle that a little bit in there for fellas and ladies, whoever. If you can manage to stay calm, cool, and collective um, during something like that. Now, if you're bleeding, got a broken bone, some shit like that, that's different. But if you can stay calm, cool, and collective, because just imagine like the person on the other end of it, if they
You're
just did something or something happened, they're freaking out on the inside. They're probably embarrassed inside of the other. Um, but yeah, she threw up, and it was like the smell is what did it for me.
Acid. I bet.
Yeah, I just couldn't do the smell, and so that was just one of the.
and sorry, no kink shaming anybody. Whatever you like is whatever you like. And I know there's some people who don't mind that and they like that, but I will take a hard pass on anything
Nah,
that
like if I know that it's gonna be that type of day or night, I'm letting you know. Eat light, drink plenty of water.
I
So
was
in case you do, what's
yeah,
up?
it's not disgusting. As disgusting.
Yeah, because then like you take away all the smells, the visuals. I don't want to see what you have for lunch. That's what I'm saying.
I really love you and I like, when we have all kind of conversation, but could we just like, I start to get that fit
Next person.
all right. I'll go next. My worst sexual experience is probably I had a girl who thought she was squirting, but she was peeing. That was fucking strange. And yeah, word is bond Val, right? And then my worst sexual experience that involved myself is I got my nose cauterized. I used to get seasonal allergies where like my nose the blood vessel was really big and it would bleed. You blow my nose too hard, it started bleeding and bleeding bad.
Okay.
I was eating some pussy and fucking my nose started bleeding in the pussy. That shit done happened twice, son. Yeah, that shit twice, son. Yeah. I mean, not no more, thank God, because I got my nose cauterized and I took care of it. But that shit happened twice. It was too hot, and fucking, she was mashing my fucking head. And this before I had a bald head. Could you imagine that? You know what I
Holding
mean?
your
She was mashing my head, and I started tasting metal. What the fuck? And then I was like, it's like you or me. The fuck? Like, and then that's it.
Val, before you answer, sorry. Sherry Ubel said, "Do you ask the females if they like that or they do that?" I don't think that vomiting usually isn't intentional. It's usually if you don't know how to control your gag reflex and you're being overambitious and the dick goes down a little too far, you'll throw up. Or if he's being overly aggressive and he's just decided that if you throw up, you throw up, then you throw up. But unless the person is into vomit play, like that kind of stuff, it's generally not. It's
So
generally first choice in a reaction.
so in the situation where I told her, hey, don't eat anything. Eat light, fruit, water.
Right.
That was in case it did happen, and there have been times where like fuck throw up, and it's not smelling. I
Yes.
don't see all that stuff. Yeah, I'll make sure you're good. Or it depends on what, especially in like a dom sub relationship.
Right.
And it can be a form of punishment for some. So all right, I'm gonna talk shit, especially with degrading. Also, it's a part of degrading. So if I know that you like being degraded, I'm just gonna keep going. Boom, you throw up. Cool, we're not done. We're going back in.
Right.
So yeah, it's a lot of different, I guess, moving pieces and aspects to it.
Right. But I'm saying, like in a situation where it's happened
Mm.
accidentally, that wouldn't be a choice that they made. It just
Yeah. No. That wouldn't be a choice. Nah.
yeah. Sorry, Val. Worst sex experience ever?
First off, I don't appreciate this question, reliving these memories. Okay, I want to say that first and foremost. Whoever asked that question, no, it was a good question. The worst that I had, this was like 10 years ago, and I'm just mad that I have to think about this. Okay, so I was with this individual, and we were doing 69. So, like I said, you stimulate my mind. But there's some things that if I see, I'm going to go, nah, because that's how it is. So we're 69, I'm doing what I'm doing, but when I look up, there's shit on. There's shit, So I'm just
Like
like,
out her asshole shit.
yes, and I'm so upset now, like I'm boiling.
Where
So
was the
I
shit?
legit, What happened?
You were
Green part?
asshole. They were in a
Yeah.
69
Was
position.
it like on the cheeks, on the inside of the cheeks, kind of like, you know, you
Yeah.
can see there was
Yeah.
some
It was like
some left over. She ain't clean good enough. There was some
some
left over.
leftover. She
That's
did
what I'm
not
saying.
clean good enough.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. Like,
And that
I'd have been,
that oh my god.
hey, you need to get up.
Come off now.
I'd
I
probably
made
would
an
have had to
I don't
throw
even
her
remember
off.
what the excuse was. I know I stopped it. I was like, no, I can't. Worst. Never again. The end. Thank you for whoever asked that damn question. All right.
Damian Prescott started to come out. Nah, the other
God.
Val started to come out. My
The
bad.
other one.
The other one
one.
started to come out.
Oh my god.
With the kinks, are these questions just for the guys, or can we answer them too? Yeah, the questions right now are just for the guys, but please feel free to put your answers in the body of the conversation. Other people read
Please.
them, people learn from the things that you share, so it's not just about us answering right now. We are a community. We are a community of that we share information and personal stories with one, because oftentimes there's somebody that's in the chat that identifies with something that you said and it's helpful to them. So it's not, this is not just about us, even though
Share,
we're
please share.
answering questions.
Yeah,
Yeah.
please share. And we read them too. Some of y'all comments are hilarious. So please
Yeah.
keep sharing.
Yes.
We can't see the questions. Can
I'm
I
a-
see the? I can't see the questions.
Nah, only AJ came out.
Only AJ gets the question.
There's a whole bunch more. We have to do
So-
another round of this in in the normal time. Maybe we'll do like the first half another round, because there's at least another 20 questions that I didn't get to.
Damn.
There's lots of questions. Okay.
Speed round.
Yep.
Quick. Would you deny sex from your partner to be spiteful?
Yes.
I
You
heard a
already know
yes
me.
and I heard a no.
Yeah. What?
Oh, so we got 2 yeses and a no.
It'd be hard. I eventually give in, but I'm gonna try to hold out a little bit.
AJ,
Okay.
we've talked about this now.
Yes.
You
Yes, I know
you
you
know,
are.
if you're gonna be bratty and you wanna act the way, all right.
That's very unpleasant. We don't
Well,
support this.
you think I find it pleasing when you act up? When you defy me? No. And yes, I do know why brats act up. You know what? A lot of them, they want the end to be, and that's why I deny you of it.
I get it, Mr. L. I get it. You know what I'm
That's
talking
very
about.
unpleasant.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
You know what
We
I'm
don't
talking
join that church. We don't support that, and we don't join that church. No time. That's very unpleasant. We
Don't act up then. Simple as that.
No, I get it, Mr. L. When she got to turn into that puddle. I can dig it.
Really? That's the side that you want to be on right now? Really?
No. He understands what I'm saying. It's a whole meme behind it.
Yeah, that's the side he wants to be on right now. That's the side he is on right now. Yes.
Crazy.
Right? We don't
Yes.
subscribe to that at all. None at all. We don't join that church. We don't like it.
Mhm.
Villain or good guy, and why?
I'm a good guy.
Villain or good guy, and why? Why the good guy?
Because I walk his path. I don't talk his path.
All right. All right.
I'll drop a chick off at 4 a.m. at McDonald's though. All right, yeah, that's the last
We're not
time
letting
you
that
mentioned
go.
me.
We're not
Straight
letting that go.
villain.
Yo, she
Straight
asked for it. She
villain.
was talking
Hey, yo,
all
Slim.
that shit.
Villain.
Slim,
You have to
whenever
qualify your hours of being a good guy. You have to
Slim,
qualify your hours.
I'm letting you know right now. If I ever start doing merch, I'm having a T-shirt. It's gonna be a red T-shirt with a McDonald's in the back, with a car driving off, with a bald dude in the front, and it's gonna be a shorty right there. And somewhere there's gonna be a clock that says 4 a.m.
Dog, I wasn't bald at that time. We talking about over 10 years ago.
Woo!
One. And number two is, she was
I'm
asking for it, bro.
in
Like, I would
the
never,
idea.
ever do that. Like, anybody who know me in this chat, y'all know how nice I would never do that. I got a heart of gold and fucking mush. My shoes like taffy. But, if you talk that much shit, and then you give me the idea to leave you, I support good ideas. I'm gonna leave you.
Val, I'll let you go ahead.
Terrible.
That
I go
villain
with
guy.
villain. I like villain because nobody really takes the time to understand their story, and when they do, they'll understand why they're the villain.
I like that. Mr. L, I feel like
Yeah,
you're going to
man.
pick villain because it's just what you are.
Why do I have to be these things? Like, what have I done to deserve being a villain? I mean, you're not wrong. Like,
Why the villain? Tell us why. Why the villain?
Why? For the same reasons that Val said, it took the words right out of my mouth. Also, like I'm an asshole, but not like in a rude, disrespectful asshole nature. I'm like the lovable asshole. I say slick shit back. Y'all have heard me. Um, and so that definitely gives off villain. But there are times when villains do good. You know, that not all villains do just straight bad. You know, they have their moments where they're just like, I've done my good deed for the year. You know, and I feel like that's me. You know, sometimes like I'm a good dude, but yeah, I'm a villain. I mean,
Okay.
I'm here to
We have time for 2 more questions. So I'm going to pick 2 quick ones. Very short answers. You don't need to explain why. Masturbation, left hand or right hand?
left.
Right.
Right hand.
Everybody said it at once. All 3 rights?
Right. I'm
Mhm.
right.
2 rights and a left?
Yep.
2 rights and a left. Okay. One last round of fuck, marry, kill. Hold on 1 second. I got to check this out and make sure not to. Okay. Who's going first?
I'll
Me.
go first.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
You gotta Val, go back.
Oh.
Val?
Yeah.
Val's got first?
All right.
Val, fuck, marry, kill. Lisa Bonet,
Mm.
Paula Patton,
Mm.
Rosario Dawson.
This is a good one.
The holy
crap,
trinity
okay.
of light skinned women. Damn.
Who the fuck is Rosario Dawson?
We'll get to that later, Slim. Well, your answer now. Well, we'll get to that later.
All right, so marry Lisa Bonet, definitely.
Okay.
Fuck Paula Patton. Sorry for Rosalind.
Wow. Okay. Who's got next?
I'll go next.
Okay. Slim, have you ever seen the movie The Rundown with The Rock?
Yes.
The woman that's in that movie is Rosario Dawson.
Okay. Still doesn't mean
She's
anything.
like a freedom fighter. Yeah, look her up after. When you see her, it's okay, her, I remember her. Okay, so fuck, marry, kill. Tracy Ellis Ross, Tracy
Oh.
Ellis,
That's my girl. Mhm.
okay. Lauren London,
Mm.
Gabrielle Union.
Okay, this is easy. I killed Gabrielle Union, believe it or not.
Damn.
She eat ass. I'm fucking her.
Aggravating me, yo. She seems aggravating. I don't know why. She seems annoying. I think I got that back to my taste in my mouth from like livers from Eva and shit. That's all I can think about. And she just seems like an asshole. I don't know.
She eat ass. I'm fucking.
Who seems like an
Go ahead.
She
asshole?
ass. How you know she eat ass?
Oh man, we'll get into that later. We ain't got time. But
All right, well,
there's
that's a different story. Now we're getting into characteristics and details.
So hold on. You've killed who? Who did you kill?
Gabrielle Union.
You killed Gabrielle Union. Who are you marrying?
Tracy Ellis Ross.
And
Definitely.
you're gonna fuck Lauren London.
Yeah.
Okay.
I probably have to off
Now.
Lauren, marry Tracy, and fuck Gabrielle. But yeah.
Fuck, marry, kill. Kerry Washington,
She don't look good fuck.
Eva Marcille, the one with the short hair and the light eyes,
She got her nipples pierced too.
Ooh.
or Zoe Kravitz.
Or Zoe Kravitz.
Yep. Fuck,
All right,
marry, kill.
Zoe, Eva, and who's the other one?
Kerry Washington.
Ooh.
Kerry Washington. Love her to death. She dying though. I can't deal with the ugly crying faces that she be doing.
Oh, man.
I can't deal with that. Like I can only imagine what her orgasm face looks like. Like no, don't get me wrong. I can
Whose
appreciate.
orgasm face is pretty though? Honestly.
I've seen some, but that's what I'm saying. I do love the gritty because I'm like, oh yeah, I'm getting that shit out. But Kerry Washington, she got to go. It's the crying faces for me.
She does cry face. I'm not gonna lie. It's annoying.
I'm going to smash Eva because it's the eyes. I might end up getting her pregnant, and me and Zoe just going, raise our kid, me and Eva kid. But it's the eyes, and then her nipples pierced, and she got nice lips, and she has a beautiful smile. But not Lisa. Wow, Zoe,
The mom, not the mom, the daughter.
not the
Hello.
mom. Too. But Zoe, it's like they're real chill, down to earth.
Earthy, yeah.
Yeah, I'll be, oh shit, wake up in the morning and she's sitting there, whispering spells over me and shit, some good shit. I'm like, yes,
You probably had your
you
split
feel
folder
good.
Gentlemen, I love you. We have reached our time. Thank you so much for doing round 2 of the Q&A. 3 guys and a girl. Please let everybody know again who you are, where they can find you, how they can follow you, how they can get in touch with you, how they can touch you, except Val. Nobody's allowed to touch Val because I still have duct tape and black garbage bags and lots of rope. Don't do it.
All right, I'll go first. So as always, thank you everybody who was here, who watched us, came back, all that good stuff. In the comments, you already know how I feel about the comments. You guys make it live, so thank you again. Name is Val. Dating underscore Gen YZ Instagram. Dating for millennials and Gen Z. What I aim to do is to help you guys cultivate the healthy dating and relationship lives that you deserve. I also have a series. It's the Intricacies of Dating and Relationship series. I'm on episode 5. Episode 4 was last week. Go check it out. It was very interesting. I always say interesting, so check it out. And I also if I can, I just want to quickly shout out to my wife's business, A Day of Royalty. It's all organic products, okay? Self-care is not a luxury, it's a necessity.
Absolutely.
Perfect. All right, I'm Slim Stay Scheming. As y'all know, I was a genuine Slim, but as of lately, I'm Slim the Savage. I don't know. I'm representing 973 Vibes on all streaming platforms. Like I said, I just want to take the opportunity to shout out my True Cuz Barbershop and my two crew niggas over there, and then also Black China Art. Like I said, I'm telling y'all, if y'all, she do custom sneakers, canvas paintings, murals, whatever, you know, she is dope shit. Just check that out when y'all get a minute. Thank you anybody and everybody who came, who you know, exited and came back. We appreciate y'all, all the support. We've been doing this for a while now, for a nice little minute. We love y'all. We appreciate all the comments.
Absolutely.
For sure, those numbers are constantly growing each week. We love to see it. This thing would not be possible without y'all. Like, yeah, we could just be sitting here chilling, talking to each other on the phone, but y'all make this shit even more fun. So thank you all for coming in. Thank you for asking the questions. Feel free to slide in our DMs. Matter of fact, maybe we just need to do this shit into a podcast episode. Y'all get y'all questions in, and then we'll just flow from there. So each week is not a Q&A. But anyways,
A little bit of a live, a little bit of both. I think they
a
like
little bit
seeing
of both. I'm cool with that. They like
expressions.
seeing this. Yeah,
Laughter.
it is a lot better when it's, you know, we can interact. But anyways, I am the host of From the Mind of Mr. L podcast. We talk about sex, life, kinks, educating and entertaining. You can come listen. Like I said earlier, you can come while you listen, whichever you prefer. I am the sensual sadist, compassionate dom, Southern Gem with a sprinkle of filth, Mr. L. Once again, streaming on all platforms From the Mind of Mr. L.
I love you guys. This was jokes. Last week was jokes. Y'all are the motherfucking truth. You guys are fabulous. I appreciate each of you doing this every week or every other week, however it comes out. To everyone who comes in the chat, everyone who's joined, everyone who has shared, everyone who has laughed, everyone who shed a tear, everyone who has walked away with something valuable, memorable, someone that you've learned something from. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for being here. Thank you for actively engaging and participating. We will be back next week because next week is our regularly scheduled week, but you know, we need to give you something a little bit special in between, but we will be back next week. In the meantime, I'm AJ. Y'all know where to find me. You guys take care. Talk to you later.
Love
Okay,
y'all.
y'all.
Appreciate y'all. All right. Yeah, because you don't know how to close it out, so we got to close it.
Mr. L, you ready to
Sorry,
do the
Chase
thing with being
Bell.
back?
We started like an hour and a half ago. You can watch the lives and you can laugh along with the lives. It'll still be fun.
Definitely.
Yeah, fellas, we got part 2 coming up. I need to reschedule so we can make this thing happen.
Yes.
Yeah.
Good.
We'll talk about that later. All right. We getting out of AJ Live because she about to either close out Instagram or kick us out, one or the other.
Both. I got some things to go tend to. Thanks.
I bet you do. What you schedule every Wednesday, every other Wednesday?
You didn't see her tapping on her phone? You didn't see her tapping on her other phone?
Done. Question and answer period is done. Q&As are done. Is that the stroking?
No. We know it's gonna be something.
Oh yeah.
With the wrist action.
I'm trying to be on your time, yo.
You know, Mike might even need to do the 2 in the middle.
Yeah. Get off my life right now. Come on, please. Oh no.
Doing the pink, one in the stank, nigga.
Y'all have a good night. Have a great night.
Oh my gosh. Thank you guys so much for joining us for our live 3 Guys and a Girl bi-weekly from the Mind of Mr. L, Slim Stay Scheming, and Val Dating Gen YZ, and of course myself, AJ. The 4 of us get together and chop it up bi-weekly Wednesday evenings, 9 p.m. Join us next week. It's a lot of fun around here. It's a lot of fun. Talk to you later.